All praises, all honor, all glory be unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Rakah, Kodash. Double honors to the apostle elders of Great Millstone that rule well. Peace and salutation to all the Akim doing and pushing his word in sincerity and truth worldwide, and a sincere shalom to the elect. I wanted to get into this video here. It was something that Apostle Elder Tahar, was mentioning in a live about a day ago, 2 days ago actually. It goes into a comment that I had made, and, it was a topic of discussion because the Apostle Elder and the Elder Sakaran were going into prophecy, okay? And we, just happened to, our day, Salakia, just happened to, go into the topic that, when you go into these other camps' comment boards, when they're doing lives, nothing's happening. They're all, it's like a dead, dry feel. All you see is emojis, you know what I mean? It's bullshit, okay? But when you go to a comment board of GMS brothers and brothers who do, follow the right doctrine, the 100% doctrine, sincere brothers, the comment boards is popping, okay? There's a lesson going on, and even within the comment boards there, you could take notes, okay? Because when the apostle elders are speaking, our brothers are speaking, we're not just flinging up scriptures that have nothing to do with anything. We're putting scriptures up that actually go according to what the lesson is teaching about, okay? This is why the scriptures talk about, let me get this scripture real quick here. Let's see it. Ecclesiastes, or Sirach chapter 21 and verse 15. If a skillful man hear a wise word, he will commend it and add on to it. But as soon as one of no understanding heareth it, it displeases him, and he casts it behind his back. If a skillful man hear a wise word. So when the brothers in the comment board are Slakia, when the brothers are on the comment board and the brothers doing a live, okay, sincere brothers doing a live, all right, he'll commend it and add on to it, because there's others coming into the fold, right? And they haven't heard this or they haven't been taught, so what you do, you going along with the lesson, you hearing what the brother's saying, you commend it, you add on to it, and a brother in the comment board is like, that's new, whatever, attending the lesson, he sees it, he hears what the brother had just said on the live, and he sees the comment board right there on the comment board, and he goes, oh, I get it, you know what I mean? That's what the Lord said, the elect, the men of his are going to be of quick understanding, and Lord willing, we be of that number, okay? So, going back into this, GMS has the 100% truth, bottom line, okay? These other camps are more concerned about money than prophesying, all right? When it comes to the MOTB, when it comes to how you keep the higher holy days, when it comes to everything pertaining to the words of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, these other camps they've either took the bag, the Lord's not dealing with them, or they're trying to be celebrity Israelites, they're trying to use the word, right? But you don't see that from our apostle elders. You don't see that from the brothers, sincere brothers of the house of GMS. You don't see them doing that. And you don't see the sincere brothers who are, such as myself, may not have the title GMS, but hey, we're pushing 100% truth just as well. We're not changing up the doctrine. We're not doing none of that, okay? But main point is, you don't see them cash app on flash across the screen. Cash at me, you know what I'm saying? We're more concerned about the prophecies and doing the will, coming to perfection of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai than debating and fucking gimmicks and all the bullshit that these other camps doing. These other camps are more concerned about money, right? And the gimmicks and all the bullshit and their imagery than prophesying, actually serving Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. Now, I want to get into this scripture real quick here. Deuteronomy 18 and 18, okay? Deuteronomy 18 and 18. I will raise up them a prophet from among their brethren, like unto thee, and I will put my words, see that? And will put my words in his mouth. See that? We speak according to the scriptures. We speak according to what Yahweh Shimei Shai was made and caused to be written in paper because they're faithful and true. We go according to his word, man. We don't make up things. We don't add on, as Proverbs tell you. You know, Proverbs chapter 30 and 5. Don't add to it. Don't decrease from it, right? Continuing, and he shall speak unto them all that I shall command him, and it shall come to pass that whosoever will not hearken unto my words, which he shall speak in my name, and that's another thing, they got a problem with the name, I will require it of him. But the prophet which shall presume to speak a word in my name, which I have not commanded him to speak, or that shall speak in the name of other gods, even that prophet shall die. And if thou say in thy heart and thy mind, how shall we know the word which Yahweh hath spoken not? When a prophet speaketh in the name of Yahweh, if the thing follow not, nor come to pass, that is the thing which the Lord hath not spoken, but the prophet have spoken it presumptuously, thou shalt not be afraid of him. Right, and you see in these other camps, hitting and missing. But what, starting with our apostle elders of Great Millstone, they've been right about the MOTB all along. Okay, Jacob's Trouble all along. Thermal nukes all along. Okay, and many other things all along. All right, but these other camps is fucking hit and miss, man. Talking about the MOT, Revelation chapter 13, 16 to 18 is something spiritual. Man, what they say? SMH, shaking my head, man. Okay, these guys are jokers, man. All right, so the things that we are speaking are coming to pass, with the things that they're doting about. Nothing is coming to pass from their mouth, man. Okay, though they may know they're Israelites, so on and so forth, but when it comes to prophecy, hit and miss, man. And their people are now starting to see these things, because they're looking at, the standing record. YouTube's got it. Okay, they're looking at the standing record, and they're saying, wait, the apostle, those brothers at GMS and the sincere brothers that listen to them, they've been saying this stuff since they've learned it, right? And the apostle has been saying this for over how much years, man? Something's going on, And if you have sense in your mind, you'll know, hey, get the fuck away from those other camps, man. Because all you seen is gimmicks, games, theatrics, all of that. Okay? They want to be celebrity Israelites. They always Adam 22. What the fuck does Adam 22 and fucking Whack 100 and all these whack ass niggas got to do with this truth? Okay? That shows you that they're more concerned about the world, more concerned about their image, more concerned about pleasing men than Yahweh Shimei Shai. 2 Timothy chapter 3 and verse 8. Now as Jannes and Jambres withstood Moses, so do these also resist the truth. Men of corrupt mind, reprobate concerning the faith. Yeah, they always dub us FBIs, faith-based Israelites. Okay, well, some of them got a problem with the letters of Paul. So when you go read Hebrews 11 and 6, they're gonna have a problem with that too. But verse 9, they shall proceed no further, for the folly shall be made manifest unto all men, as theirs also was. Okay, and we're seeing that happen. We're seeing things popping up. They're bringing up things on their ex-members and members and so on and so forth. Everybody start to see the lies, the bullshit. They're starting to see through it slowly but surely. Gradualism works on both sides. So slowly but surely we're starting, the Lord is starting to reveal, look, these ain't the real prophets over here. These are the real prophets over here. They've been telling you, they've been standing firmly, saying the same thing over and over like a broken record. All right? And, IUIC, they change up things. They, what I'm saying? They double-minded men. Okay? So going back into this, let's go to Jeremiah. Yup. You false prophets, man. Because it even tells you right here in the beginning, the Lord is against, those ones who scatter the sheep. Jeremiah chapter 23 and verse 32. Behold, I am against them that prophesy false dreams, saith Yahweh, and do tell them, and cause my people to err by their lies. And they're causing the people to err by their lies. Don't worry about the MOTB. Don't worry. Nothing evil will happen unto us. Right? And by their lightness. Yet, they're not taking us serious. All right? Yet, I sent them not. They're treating us like a money export. All right? Something to make money off of. Yet, I sent them not, nor commanded them. Therefore, thou shalt not profit this people at all, saith Yahweh. And yeah, you don't profit them. You're just a scapegoat. You walking them to disaster, man. To destruction. Okay? And all that work that you're doing, you're handling the work of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai deceitfully. 2 Corinthians chapter 4 and verse 1. Therefore, seeing we have this ministry, as we have received mercy, we faint not, but have renounced the hidden things of dishonesty. In those camps, there's a bunch of dishonesty, man. Not walking in craftiness, yet they're crafty like a motherfucker, just like Esau Edom. 501c3s and so on and so forth, taking gag orders not to speak in the name of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai for money, nor handling the word of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai deceitfully, but by manifestation of the truth, commending ourselves to every man's conscience in the sight of God. And that's exactly what we're doing. We're going out there in 100%. We're not changing up. We're not, no gimmicks, no games. But what are these guys doing? Handling the word of God deceitfully. Okay? Yeah. Everybody's starting to see their bullshit, man. Okay? Everybody's starting to see their bullshit. This guy is number one bullshit guy. Jeremiah chapter 48 and verse 10. Cursed be he that doeth the work of the Lord deceitfully, and cursed be he that keepeth back his sword from blood. Right? And these guys are doing the work of the Lord deceitfully. They're only out there for money. They don't care about, saving, the elect. They don't even talk about the elect, man. Okay? They talk about, building a community and all this bullshit. What the fuck is that? Where do you see that in the scriptures? What I see in the scriptures is the 144 being sealed. Okay, that elect. Those men that actually put off the world and stop doing things dishonestly, deceitfully. Okay? They were actually walking to become complete in the sight of the Lord, man. Sirach 20 and verse 29. Presents and gifts blind the eyes of the wise, and stop up the mouth they cannot reprove. Wisdom that is hid and treasure that is hoarded up. What profit is in both of what profit is in them both? Better is he that hideth his folly than the man that hideth his wisdom. Damn. So Nate, a man that's hiding his folly is better than you, because you know the name. What's the whiz? You know the name of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. Okay? But y'all play a game. You're making sport, as they say. Okay? That's what you're doing. You're making mockery of his name too. And you're causing error. You're causing other people to err by telling them, oh, doesn't matter what you call them, you'll play yoga. What kind of disrespectful thing? We're dealing with the highest powers. Okay? Yahweh, Yahweh Shai. The Father and the Son. But yet you're telling... Even the fucking Christians wouldn't even say that, man. What kind of junky Israelite, what kind of junky Israelite business y'all deal with, bro? Waste man. Okay? That's waste man business. But that 501c3, those are the gag orders. Those are the presents and gifts, man. Okay? That's a man that can't let go of the world and come and do the work of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. That's what that is. Okay? The scriptures don't lie, man. Okay? Scriptures do not lie. Yup, let's go there real quick. You climbed up another way. Yahweh Shai is the way. Okay? Even 1 Peter 3 and 14, it tells you that in the NLT that we must walk in his steps. Okay? John chapter 10 and verse 1. Verily, verily, I say unto you, he that entereth not by the door, and who's that? Yahushai. Slakia. Verily, verily, I say unto you, he that entereth not by the door into the shepherd's fold, but climbeth up some other way, and Slakia, the same is a thief and robber. Yeah, you might have on all the attire, all this stuff. Yo, Kwam Yashra Allah. You might even screaming Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. But if you're not walking in the steps and the example, because it tells you that he is an example, you must walk in his steps. You know, denying the name, that's not walking in his steps. Telling people that you can have sex in the butt, that's not walking in his steps. Telling people you can have sex on the Sabbath, that's not walking in his steps, yo. Saying that the Father's name is Yo Plate Yogurt, that's not walking in his step. Calling him Christ, that's not walking in his steps, man. You guys are jokers. He climbed up some other way. You put on the garments, you went out there, grew some beards, 5 o'clock shadows, shaved up, you know, worldly Israelites, celebrity Israelites, man. That's exactly what you guys are. John chapter 10, 11. I am the good shepherd. The good shepherd giveth his life for the sheep. Yeah, look what Yahushua did, yo. You think you could do that? No. No, you couldn't. There's not one soul but Yahushua's soul that could do that, all right? But he that is an hireling, and not the shepherd, whose own the sheep are not, seeth the wolf coming, and leaveth the sheep, and fleeth. The wolf catcheth them, and scattereth the sheep. The hireling fleeth, because he is a hireling, and do not care for the sheep. I am the good shepherd, and know my sheep, and I am known of mine. That's right. Okay? These guys are fucking hirelings, man. All they want is the money. And when that MOTB really comes into effect, watch how they're gonna do the scrambling. What they say? Damage control. Okay? And if you people don't catch it by then, you're fitted for destruction, man. Titus chapter 1 and verse 10. For there are many unruly and vain talkers and deceivers, especially they of the circumcision. Yeah, that's why Apostle Elder Tahar, Gabar, Wakar, Aramlab, the bishops, the elders, us sincere brothers, you know, the Akim, we always warn you about these guys, these smooth talkers, okay? The worst of the worst is those who know that they're Israelites, okay? And they use and deceive many, okay? Verse 11, whose mouth must be stopped, who subvert whole houses, teaching things they ought not for filthy lucre's sake. Right, they're not teaching the truth. They're teaching a whole bunch they're dancing around the truth, teaching all that, but instead of teaching the truth, they're not. And they're making that money off of that. For that little dancing around the truth. But all that shit's gonna catch up on them. Lord said you're gonna get for what you have done in your flesh, in your body, your bones, my youth. Okay? Nobody else is gonna pay for it but you. And you think for some odd reason, you know, what you know, it's the Lord that puts those thoughts within man's head, right? So this is why we always pray to Yahweh Shimi Shai that they don't cast the spirit from us. Okay? Isaiah, so we don't go walking blind and dumb. Because it tells us that in Isaiah as well. You know, the Lord put heaviness on their eyes and ears, man. Blind and dumb, and put heaviness on their ears that they do not hear. All right? Isaiah chapter 56 and verse 10. His watchmen are blind. They are all ignorant. They are dumb dogs. They cannot bark, sleeping, lying down, loving to slumber. They are greedy dogs, which can never have enough, and they are shepherds that cannot understand. They all look to their own way, every one for his gain from his quarter. Yeah, these quarters, these different camps, and they're all out there with their petition, right? Their booths. Come on, donate, come on in. Hey, you gotta buy a garment, we gotta check out who your wife is, this and that, blah, 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 your paycheck, your payroll, we gotta know where you work. What the fuck's going on here, yo? Yeah, like we said, if you people don't catch it by now, you deserve whatever the fuck is coming, alright? And yeah, this is why you guys are gonna get destroyed, because your heads, right? You say his heads, right? Micah chapter 3 and 1. And I said, Hear, I pray you, O heads of Jacob, and ye princes of the house of Israel, is it not for you to know judgment? Right. Is it not for you to know judgment? Are you supposed to know the right way? Knowing that you're supposed to walk after Yahweh Hashem Yahushua? But the Lord said that I put this stumbling block, a rock of offense to them. Okay? That's why they don't believe. That's why they don't have no faith. That's why these niggas are walking carnally. Okay? That's why going back into Titus, it says, of the circumcision. Yeah, the worst niggas out there. The ones who know who they are and committing these acts. The ones who don't know, you're not going to be beaten with many stripes like the ones who don't know. The ones who do know, you're going to be beaten with many stripes. Many more than the ones who don't. You had an opportunity, you had a chance. The Lord showed you mercy. Opened that grace door to you. And this is what you did within these times, man. Okay? You wanted that consolation of the world. Micah 3 and 11. The heads thereof judge for reward. That's that money. And the priests thereof teach for hire. That's that money. And the prophets thereof divine for money. Yet will they lean upon Yahweh and say, is not Yahweh among us? None evil could come upon us. Going back into the MOTB. Don't worry about that. Those guys are bums. Okay, we have our jet. We have our soul. What was that? Soul Train or Soul Plane or whatever the fuck it was called with Snoop Dogg. That's that nigga right there. We got our jets. Don't worry about this. These guys are bums. Look at them. They're not shaved up. Their garments are all over the place. They're not dressed royally. You know? Right now we're in a time of mourning. We're princes walking as servants. This nigga want to get up and, establish kingdom by himself. But the Lord is the one who's going to do all this, man. Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. Which shows that these people are unfaithful. They want to take the power into their hands. They're not patient individuals. They cannot suffer ridicule. They cannot suffer persecution. Okay? Those guys are teaching their guys to be worldly. They're not teaching them the right way. Because when real violence comes down, when real suffering, when real hunger, when concentrations, those guys are going to be vexed. They're going to be looking for the leaders within those. What's that song with? Apanya. They start banging the things, grabbed the knife and walked up and just chuck. Got him in the concentration camp. The very same thing is going to happen to these leaders out here, man. Cause who are you? You think your money, your fiat money is really going to do anything? No. You're going to be just in there with the common folk, as they say. Walk around, I'm the leader of so-and-so. I got a jet and this, that ain't no mad shit, nigga. Because here you are, ground zero with everybody else. And some of your congregation going to see you inside of there and they're going to get you. All you leaders. Niggas like Zabak and all you guys who are not preaching that 100% truth, you're going to see. It's not no pointing the finger or anything like that. It's just the truth, man. You guys don't have the 100% truth. The only camp out there that has that 100% truth, this ain't no ass kissing nothing, it's GMS. Bottom line. Okay? Get your shit right, you other camps. Get your shit right. Get down or lay down. That's bottom line. Because GMS has the 100% truth. Ain't no gloating, ain't no bloating. You other camps out there, you fucking up. Not even hitting, man. So with that, all praises, all honor, all glory be unto Yahweh. Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Rakah, Kodash. Double honors to the apostle elders of Great Millstone that rule well and who are worthy of the double honors. Peace and salutation to all the Akim doing and pushing this word in sincerity and truth worldwide. And a sincere shalom to the elect.